Where it is today, I don't even know, but we're going to the gym. Me and my boy locking in. He's actually being consistent. He wants to go. See, this is the drive you need, bro. I'm telling you. Whenever you want to do something, you know, just do it in duos. Do it in pairs. Like, you'll have somebody that can push you and, you know, you'll want to do better. It is January 23rd, 6:14 in the morning. I am getting out a little earlier from work to make it to the gym. You know, usually I'll stay after a little bit, try to clean stuff up and then head out, but let me turn on both of these. The air is on maximum, but I'm about to get to the gym. It's a little foggy. I haven't cleaned the camera. We are off for the next 2 days, so after I get out the gym, I think I'm gonna go work out by myself too, because I'm trying to motivate him to go to the gym and actually lock in. And that's just you know, I try to do that with a lot of people. I just try to push him in the right direction, you know. So, like, I'm glad that he's actually coming to the gym, bro. Like, so I'll work out with him, get like a 20-30 minute workout, and then, you know, he'll go home. He lives like a good drive away, so like we don't stay too long. So yeah, I'll work out right here. Basically not trying to overdo it and, you know, push him extremely. I just want to make sure that he comes back consistently. He gets it on his own, he sees the progress, and then he falls in love with it. And that's kind of what I'm doing here with these videos. If you want to do something, I'm trying to show you that you can do it, bro. And I just like to encourage people and progress with everything in life, bro. In general, with anybody, with anything. So, yeah, let me go in here. Let's get this workout in, and then I'm going to go work out on my own at the other gym. I did that yesterday after I got home and everything. That's crazy. And then I went to work again. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And then I edited clips. That's crazy. When I got home yesterday, when I cut the camera, I got back in the car and I literally went to the gym because I felt like I didn't get a good workout in. So I locked in. That's why I tell you, when the work doesn't feel like work and you love to do it and you have a goal, you know, you work towards a goal, it's not going to feel like work. You're going to actually want to knock it out. So let me go ahead and get this workout out. I'll be right back. All right, just got out of the gym. We locked in, baby. We got a good workout in. Got a lot more, building the friendship and stuff like that. Yeah, like I said, before I walked into the gym, I think I was talking about duos and stuff. Find you good people to surround yourself with. And, like, you know, these videos, they get somewhat motivational sometimes, bro. And I try not to do that because it kind of sounds cringy, bro. I'm not going to lie. Like, I look at other people and they be like, that's like self-critiquing, though. You know, some people might actually listen to the videos and they're taking it in. And you guys are taking it in. But when I sit back and listen sometimes, and I tell you guys, I'll rewatch my own videos, I'll be like, bro, wow. Even though it's the stuff that I talk about regularly and how I talk with like people in real life, it kind of sounds cringy to me. Maybe it doesn't to anybody else, but to me it just does. And it's because I overthink a lot. You know, I overthink a lot, bruh. But yeah, we just gonna talk. I'm gonna go to the other gym and work out, like get a good workout in. Like right now with my boy from work, the friendship is growing, bruh. Like we growing, building a connection, establishing a foundation so that later on we could build like through wealth and stuff like that. Like that's the goal right there. If you find genuine people that are genuine, and I'm not talking about, it's hard to come across a genuine person who wants to see you succeed, who wants to grow with you, who doesn't want to be your friend because of what they get out of it, but because they can see both of y'all growing. I don't know if that makes sense, but for me, that's how I always thought about people. Like, we kind of tapping in and getting into a deeper conversation of like more motivational. I don't know how to even talk about it, or how to even word it or label it. There you go, that's the word, how to label it. But I try to build friendships, relationships, and grow them with people that I genuinely can see myself growing with. If I don't see myself growing with you, if you're lazy or you're disrespectful or anything, those are the things you got to look out for. Is somebody disrespecting you? Is somebody's character flawed? Like, everybody's character's flawed in a way. I'm not talking about, like, not everybody's going to be perfect. But what I'm saying is, like, how does this person act towards you when they don't need anything from you? You see? Does that make sense? You see? How do people act towards you when they don't need anything from you? Do they treat you kindly? Do they treat you terribly? You know, that's how you measure somebody's character. That's how you look at somebody and you can tell, all right, this person, we're not going to be friends long term. You know, does your friend disrespect you? Like, I don't know. Right now I'm overthinking. I'm getting too caught up in the fact that I sound dumb. So I'm not even trying to talk about it. But that's what the point of these videos are, so that you guys see my character. You see what I overthink about. You see how I think before I get to where I'm going, because I genuinely believe that I'm gonna be somebody, bro. And I've always felt that way. And it's just like, I overthink a lot. And I shouldn't, bro. Because look what they doing to Kai Cenat. All jokes aside, we stuttering and shit. All jokes aside, it looks like Kai Cenat, you know, I said I would never speak on nobody else or no other influencers, because one day I see myself beside these people streaming with them, you know, but I feel like Kai Cenat is not really that person. And it might sound kind of bad. I feel like he's putting on a character right now. That's not genuinely him. Like him reading and all, I think that's just for show. You know, what I'm doing here, I'm trying to let you guys in on who I am as a person, so that whenever I make it, I'm not just some random ass dude. You know, my bad, I'm sorry for cussing, but I'm just not some random. You know, you guys know my story. You guys know what I'm fighting for. You know why I'm putting in the overtime that I'm putting in, why I'm posting the clips, why I'm trying to go to school and get my education again, why I'm trying to grow in every area of my life again. And it's the influence to show you guys that through anything, you can really get anything done. It doesn't matter what situations you're going through or what you've been through. You can get it done if you really just put one foot in front of the other. I'm trying to let you see my character through my tough times, through my battles, you know. It sounds kind of corny and cringy, but really I'm trying to inspire people, because I don't know, I overthink a lot. And even now, like I said, I'm going back into that I'm overthinking, and I feel I sound corny. That's just me, though. That's just me. But, holy, dang. But yeah, we're going to go in the gym and get a good workout in, because with my boy that I'm working out with outside of work, I'm trying to go that, I'm trying to grow that relationship, I'm trying to grow that friendship. And I've told him in person too, I'm trying to get a feel of who he is, and I'm trying to let him get a feel of who I am as a person. Grow our characters, because when you start talking to people, friends, a girlfriend, when you start getting to know somebody, there's the honeymoon phase with every relationship, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend, it could be a brother, a long lost cousin, it could be anything. The very beginning is the honeymoon phase. That means you guys are nice to each other, you guys respect each other, you guys haven't done each other any wrong. You guys haven't had to get mad at one another, cuss out one another. You haven't even seen each other's true character. You haven't seen each other get mad. You haven't seen each other manage money. You don't see the true character in another person and unless time goes by. You see? And I'm not trying to sound motivational. I'm not trying to sound crazy or like some kind of philosopher, because a lot of people do that. Hold on, let me clean this. But I'm trying to tell you that when you're building a relationship with anybody, I'm trying to make it as, you know, corn-free. Is that even a word, bro? As cornless? That ain't even a word. But I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for you to take in without it sounding cringy. You know what I mean? Like, all right, bro, you talking too damn much. You trying to sound smart. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tell you something. When you're building a friendship with somebody, how does this person make you feel? You know, I'm trying to put you guys, walk you through what I think about whenever I'm being friends with somebody or I'm starting to talk to somebody. And at first, if you met me in real life, I play the little idiot. What's going on, man? At first, that's what you get. And that's like a little, that's that 7th grade me, the little fat kid that would get picked on and everything. The picture I showed you guys. Let me see. I'll show you guys the picture right now, because I'm talking to you guys, and then I'm going to go in there, get a good workout in, get on the treadmill. Let me show you guys, because you guys are getting my character, and I'm taking it day by day, and eventually we're going to get to where we're going. But this little fat kid, let me see if I can find the little Sollracz. Sollracz is a kid. My favorite picture I'm going to show y'all. If you watch the streams or you're watching the videos, you know what I'm talking about. But let me pull it up. I like to pull up the picture when I mention myself from when I was fat. Let me see. This picture right here, my favorite picture. This is the picture where I got picked on. I literally will feel, what is that, a cat? Create stickers from your photo. Man, get this picture. Look at the rolls. I bring it up all the time, because in this picture right here, that's same person, same exact body. You know, I'm built different, but I'm still in the same body. And it's just like, this version of me was very sad and depressed, and I was bullied a lot, bruh. I was bullied. When you look like that, you're going to get bullied, bro. And it was hard for me to make friends like this. But now that I look like this and I work out and people see what they can get out of me, everybody wants to be Sollracz's friend. Everybody wants to, hey, bro, let's go do this. Let's go hang out. But this guy, this kid, he's still here. This is me. You see what I mean? And same person, but they're both treated completely different. You know, and that shit makes me a little sad, but it's the truth. It's the truth. You know, I'm not an asshole now. I could easily turn out to be an asshole, but the reason I do these videos is to show you that, no, like I said earlier, just a few minutes ago, anything you're going through, anything that happens to you, you can get through it if you just put one foot in front of the other and you keep trying, right? A lot of you guys are younger than me, and I say it that some of you guys are watching me from school. You guys know me from school, but I'm not trying to get famous off of these specific videos that you're watching on YouTube right now. Right now, you're getting my raw character, but when we get on the Twitch streams, that's when I'm gonna start emphasizing on this kid, on the person that I was here. This little kid that was at school, jumping around, pulling the urinal out of the stall, you know, locking the teacher out of the classroom. That's when this kid comes out. Because I know there's kids out there that are like this, that have joined the streams. And you guys have texted me before, hey, bro, you really make my day, Sollracz. You really made my day, Carlos. I'm going through a tough time. I'm holding that much influence on a handful of people. Probably 5, 6, 7 of y'all. But I'm touching y'all's hearts. And that's what happened to me when I was this age. I told y'all I would watch Vanos Game and H2O Delirious, and I felt like I was their friends. For some of y'all, I'm that person. And that makes me feel good, because I would go to school, get picked on, bullied. I used to wear Spider-Man shoes. This little fat kid right here, I was so in love with Spider-Man, and I still am to this day. 21 years old, right? And I'm trying not to cry, little crybaby ass. But really, I love Spider-Man. I had Spider-Man shoes. This was at a whole nother school. It wasn't at Thomasville here. I went to a whole nother school and I would get picked on, bro. Like, I remember one time, that shit gonna make me cry, bro. I remember one time, after I get done with this story, I'm gonna go in and work out. Because that shit, it's emotional and shit. Little crybaby ass. But I remember I had my Spider-Man shoes, right? And I got picked on so bad, bro. Like, just for wearing shoes. What the fuck? My mom was always working. That's why I don't give my mom a hard time. Because, and y'all probably like, bro, you always fucking about to cry or some shit. But look, it's because when you go through tough times and like shit isn't good for you in life, and eventually out of nowhere people switch up and they start treating you like you on top of the world because they can get shit out of you. It really messes with you, and you see the world for how it is. If you're ugly, if you're fat, if people don't feel like they can get something out of you, you're gonna be disrespected. They're not going to care about you. The world is just going to chew you up and it's going to spit you out. And now that I look the way that I do, and people see the potential, they see the 8 million view clips, they see my 9,000 TikToks or 9,000 followers, and they treat me different. Just like the Nickelodeon shit. If you know me from like, my bad. If you know me from back then, when I was going to go to Nickelodeon, be an actor, all that, I haven't even got into a story time for real. Only a handful of y'all know. I talked about it in the streams about why I didn't go. But to sum it up, I had a bad feeling about it. And I didn't end up going to the Nickelodeon shit. Turns out I was right. That's why I believe in God so much. And I rely on him because I had a gut feeling not to go to that shit. And look what happened to all those kids. They actually were getting molested and stuff was happening to them. And it sucks. But I had a gut feeling telling me not to go, you know? But that kid right here, this little fat kid, he's still here. And my goal is to show you guys that you can do anything you want in life while also trying to make sure my grandma's all right. And I'm not nobody special. I didn't grow up with the most money. And I'm trying to just lay the foundation for the future to give you guys a sense of hope. Because growing up, my sense of hope was like Spider-Man, H2O Delirious, Vanos Gaming, God, Jesus. That's stuff that I will really pay a lot of time into, you know? And like, I would invest a lot of my free time in watching videos and like getting inspired by that kind of stuff. And it really pushed me. It really pushed me. It really did. And to get picked on in school because of the shoes that I was wearing. I wore Spider-Man shoes because my mom, she couldn't really afford a lot of the stuff for my siblings. Like, I didn't grow up rich, bro. And I just found out that the other day at work, they were talking about like school food and school lunch. They said that if you got free food from the school, it's because you were broke. I was like, what? They was like, yeah, dude. They was like, if your school food was free, that means that you qualify. I don't know what they said, but I was just like, damn, so that means that we was broke. And they were laughing. They were like, yeah, because the people that had money or that could afford it, their parents had to pay for their school food or something like that. I didn't know that. They were telling me that at school. Now, if that's true, I don't know. But I was just like, damn, no wonder my school food was free. I would be taking everybody's food and shit. That's why I was fat. My school food was free. And my siblings probably don't even know that I was picked on. I don't think they know. I never talked about it because to my sisters, I grew up with all girls, right? To my sisters, I'm the tough Sollracz. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can touch me. Because that's who I grew into from being picked on like this. When I look like this, I was mistreated, bruh. And it built my character into somebody who would just cut people off. If you disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you because I grew up, you know? And that's why I am the way that I am. And when I see people that look like this, or that I see my younger self in people, I treat them with a lot more kindness. I go out of my way for them, and I'm like, I see more potential in them because I don't want them to feel what I felt growing up. You see what I mean? I don't know if you understand that, but I don't ever want you to feel like the world's gonna treat you bad if you don't have any value in nobody's eyes. It's gonna mistreat you. People are gonna mistreat you. They're gonna treat you like trash. Like they don't need nothing from you. They're gonna disrespect you. The good-looking, tall, handsome woman, pretty girl, she's gonna get everything. The handsome, tall guy, he's gonna get everything handed to him. You're gonna see him moving up. But the fat, hard-working, whatever, this kid, he's gonna get picked on, bro. And that's just the way the world is. And right now I'm just rambling and going on, and I don't know, bro. We going in circles. But to sum up the story with the Spider-Man shoes, I'm not feeling sentimental about it no more. I was getting emotional talking about it. But I remember there was this kid, right, at another school. It was in Kernersville. He was cooking me and shit. Like I told you, I would just get picked on for no reason. When you fat and you look like that, you're gonna get picked on, bro. He was picking on me. He was like, man, shut your little ugly ass up. Like I told you, they will always just turn around and just start picking on me for no reason, bro. And I remember they started cooking up on my shoes. They had a little spider on it. They were red and blue Spider-Man shoes. I love Spider-Man even to this day. Damn, I'm spitting. But he was like, man, with your little like gay ass shoes, whatever the hell, they're picking on my weight and stuff. And I remember I was like, man, fuck you. And when you're a kid, you're saying all these cuss words, right? I was like, fuck you, I'll beat your fucking ass, you stupid motherfucking dumb bitch. And I started like, we was about to start fighting. In that thing, I was like, bro, I will fuck you up. I will punch you in your mouth. I was saying all kinds of curse words. And we went to the office, and I remember I was crying, and they called my mom, and I was like sobbing on the phone. I was sobbing. My mom was on the phone. She got me in trouble. She was like, stop crying. There's no reason for you to be crying right now. And then like, I think she just hung up the phone. Like, I don't remember, but I remember I felt bad, bro. It felt like I got in trouble for my mom, and I was also getting picked on for the shoes that I was wearing. And I know that it hurt my mom's feelings because she was at work and she was providing for me and my siblings. She couldn't afford expensive ass shoes. But I remember after that, my mom went and bought me 2 pairs of shoes. She bought me Vans. That's why I love my mom. I love my mom, bro. She went out and bought me 2 pairs of Vans, and I didn't see it at the time. I felt good as a little kid. I walked in with my Vans. I was like, yeah, and I got my Vans, boy. What? But I still love my Spider-Man shoes. I will still wear my Spider-Man shoes. But the thing is, I would second guess myself when I was getting ready for school. I would grab the shoes. They kind of look like these Skechers. Now I'm older. I bought these with my own money. I wish somebody would say something about me wearing Skechers. I bought these with my own money not too long ago because I'm an adult now. I don't give a damn. This is cheap. I don't need designer. I don't need Gucci. Even when I make money, I make money. I make decent money now, bro. And I don't need the most expensive shoes. I don't need the most expensive. This jacket, I don't even know whose jacket this is. I think somebody gave it to me. This jacket too, somebody gave it to me. Like this shirt, somebody gave it to me. The only thing that I went out and bought was on stream this hat and this cap. Like most of my clothes, is a gift from Christmas or something. I don't go out and spend money in. But when I was a kid, people just make you feel terrible, bro. And it's just right now I'm just talking, bro. I don't know what I'm getting into, what I'm even talking about, but hold on, I do know. The moral of this video is to watch people, bro. what I was going back what I was touching on at the beginning. Watch people and be careful who you're friends with. Get a feel of people's characters, because people are going to disrespect you, and if they don't get nothing from you, they're not going to be genuine towards you. And if you find somebody who doesn't gain nothing, big foreheaded it. Wait till my hair grows back. If you find somebody who's genuine, who treats you with respect, who doesn't get anything out of being friends with you, and they're still nice to you, keep those people close, bro, because you're not going to find a lot of them in this world. Usman and Farhan, my boys that I work with at Fatessa, yeah, we've argued before. I've told you guys that we've gotten in our arguments, and other friends I have. I'm just bragging on them because they took me out of a hard time when I was at my lowest. But them, I found a genuine connection with them. We started working out together. We started going out to eat together. We started catching up together. I got to meet their family, their mom, their sister. You know what I mean? Like, we talked about building a business together. Like, we just started hanging out with each other every day, you know? And before them, I didn't have no friends. Like, I cut people off because I didn't like people's intentions. I didn't like people lying on me. I didn't like, if I felt any kind of weird energy towards you, you got cut off. And if you're watching this as somebody who got cut off, that's on you. You either did something weird, I seen something weird, and if that connection is no longer, like, you know what I mean? If it's not there anymore, it's because I just stopped putting an effort into it, and you treated me weirdly, and I don't know. Each individual person I've cut off for their own reasons, or I stopped talking to for its own individual reason. But what I'm trying to tell the person that's watching this, right? Don't settle for being friends with people who are disrespectful to you, who you don't see yourself growing with, right? And if you have to be alone for a little bit, be alone, bro. Go to the gym, work out by yourself. Y'all see me in here working out by myself, even without my friend from work. I see my boy. Right now, we just got into genuine conversations right now. I told him, too. I was like, bro, I see you and me genuinely growing. And I was like, I don't know about you, bro. And I told him, I was like, I don't know about you, but I genuinely see us growing, bro. He was like, yeah, bro, I do too, bro. For real, on some real shit. And if you find somebody like that, this is how me and Usman and Farhan, my boys from Fatessa, this is how we started off. And I told him that. I was like, when you find somebody like this, you try to work and grow on that friendship, because once you grow and it prospers, it'll unwrap into something amazing, bro. It really will. So keep growing. Keep trying every day. And eventually, before you know it, you're going to be right where you need to be. So don't surround yourself with people that you don't see yourself growing with, all right? If they're doing stuff that you know is not right, you don't need to be around them. Yeah, you can be friendly with them and cordial, but don't do what they're doing just because you're lonely, because I never did that. I started cutting people off, and I'd rather be alone, going to the gym, doing what I love to do, than to be surrounded by people who I know I'm never going to end up growing with, or I don't see in my future long term. You see? If we have a friendship outside of these videos, and I've actually tried to build a connection with you, or even try to catch up with you, we have a connection, bruh. And I never try to let that go, because there's authenticity there. And I don't see that with a lot of people. So if you're watching this and I've gone out of my way with you and that connection is still there, you're going to know it. Because I will go out of my way for you, and I will literally bend over backwards to make sure that our relationship is as strong as possible, because I genuinely love you. And that goes for friendships, you know, my mom, my sibling, anybody, bruh. And I'm trying to set that example for anybody that's watching, so that you don't settle for less. You don't take disrespect from nobody, and you just grow, bruh. And that's what I'm trying to get out of these videos. Out of me, y'all are seeing my character, and I'm trying to set an example before I take off and I'm just some other streamer or some other celebrity. You see what I mean? Because my goal has always been to influence or just grow on this level since I was younger, bro. And you can ask people from when I was in middle school. It's always been a goal of mine. And just like those teachers that I mentioned in the other videos where they say I have this spark, I know I have a spark, bro. And I know I have an influence on people that not a lot of people have. And I say it humbly. I don't mean it in a prideful way, because there's people that walk around here, yeah, I'm the shit. No, bro, I mean it genuinely. Like, I know my character can rub off on people and I can motivate people, and that's a good thing. And if you have that character, use it for good. And I believe in God, because in the Bible, to whom much is given, much is like, I don't know, bro. I'm going on and on. You guys are going to see through time. We're talking. It's been 22 minutes from this clip. Combined with the other ones, might be even 30. I'm off today and tomorrow, and it's gonna snow, so we might get snowed in. That's good. You know, we could DoorDash, get more money in, and yeah, man, we're slowly getting closer to our goal. I'm telling you right now, by the end of the year, it feels good. Even if not by the end of the year, I'm not where I want to be famous. I'm still growing at the factory that I'm at now, and I'm not settling. I'm still growing towards my dreams, what I've always had a passion for, and that's this, YouTube. Maybe it's a different way. Maybe it's not how I pictured it, but I'm still doing what I love to do, and I'm happy. There's nobody else around me, bro. You know, and I'm happy, bro. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm good building a relationship with the people behind the camera, even if it's 10, 5, 4, 2, 1 person. There's somebody on the other side of this that's sitting back. You know, you washing dishes, you eating food, you laying in bed, you just got the video propped up, and you like being here because we're loyal to one another, and there's a connection building. I kind of sound crazy, bro. I don't know. It sounds crazy to me just hearing it. But yeah, I'm going to go in here, get this workout in, knock it out, and go do something today, bro. You know, go get up, go get after something. Post that video you weren't going to post. Do something, bro. Just do something small. You know, something small is better than nothing at all. Oh, you hear that? Shit. Should I be a motivational speaker? Look at all that spit. Every time I talk, fucking spit flying out. My bad. I'm just spitting. But yeah, bro, go do something. You know, I love you guys. God bless you guys. And we're going to start bringing God more into this, because off the videos, God is what keeps me going. And I'm going to start bringing it more into the videos, not to push it onto you, but to show you what's continuing to keep me going. Because eventually you're going to be like, what the hell has got Sollracz going when it feels tough, you know? My man up above. And I mean that without any kind of like, you know, some people say it just to get the, I don't know, bro. I'm just going on. I could sit here and talk all day if I wanted to, but we're not going to do that. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're off for the next 2 days, like I've been saying. I've been trying to wrap this up, but yeah. See y'all tomorrow. Like the video, please. Let's get 10,000 likes this video. I'll see y'all tomorrow, bro.